Wouldn't it be cool to have these trade plans executed on your own account? Introducing Auto Execution of Huskins Trade Plan Service. This service automatically replicates the exact trades Huskins does on his account directly on your account at the leverage you choose. Contact JL at fxjust.com for details. That's JL at fxjust.com.
Hello, this is Huskins, your Forex mentor. I wanted to share with you the execution of the trade plan, which was the Australian employment change and the unemployment report. But before I get into the trade plan, I'd like to share with you the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? Now, these vertical lines out here represent the day of the news. So what does this actually represent? We have a red candle out here on the day of the news. We have a red candle out here on the day of the news. We have a red candle on the day of the news, a blue candle, a buy candle on the day of the news, a blue candle on the day of the news. But whatever the day of the news daily candle is, the next day turns out to be the exact opposite. So we had a red day out here, now we have a blue day. A red followed by a blue. A red followed by a blue. Can you imagine in a downtrend? This is a downtrend, and it was a continuation now that we know in hindsight, but yet the next day happened to be a blue day. This one was a blue day followed by a red. Blue day followed by a red. Now blue day followed by a red. So I hope you get the picture. The picture is that whatever the market does with the news, the next day it tends to do just the opposite. Now we need to bear that in mind when we look at the bigger picture, and when I share with you how I executed the trade plan. I wanted to get you to understand the psyche behind that and the logic behind what I did and why I did it. Now let's go on further. All of this is cool information on what the employment numbers are, and you can read it at your own leisure. Let's go into the meat of the report. That's the Australian jobs report, the actual trade plan. So the trade plan was that we trade the spike, and the spike was plus 35k from expected and minus 35k from expected. So according to Forex Factory, the expectation, the forecasts were about 10k. So if I had got close to about 50k, I would have bought the Australian US dollar. If I had got minus 25-ish, I would have sold the Australian dollar. Now this news turned out to be more or less as expected. So we go into the non-spike trade plan. And the non-spike trade plan was to plot the 21 SMA on the 5-minute Australian US dollar if we do not get a spike trade. So now this is for if we do not get a spike trade. Wait for the price to close on the other side of the 21 SMA for a signal. Now stop will be 10 pips above or below the high post news before the signal. Okay, target 1:1 of fib levels. So now let us dwell right into the trade and see what happened. Okay, so this is the Australian US dollar chart. It's a 5-minute chart, as you can see, and this vertical line then represents the time of the day when this news was released. So what happened? The market, for whatever reason, decided that it would be time to buy the Australian US dollar. So be it so. What is our trade? Our trade is to trade the reversal of the market movement. So if it continues to go up, and when we get a this wasn't supposed to be seen, but when we get close below the um, moving average, it's time for us to sell the Aussie US dollar. Where would our stop be? Our stop would be at 10 pips above this high. So we have the high at 1.0612. The stop would be at about 1.0622-ish area. All right. So now let's see what happened. The market went up, but close below our 21 SMA. We got a sell signal, and I entered short. And as soon as I entered short, the trade caused some pain. Why? Because it continued to move higher, but it did not go anywhere close to our the high price, and definitely not close to 10 pips above the high price. And the market turned around and made us some money. So on a 20 pip stop, I decided to bail out at a 27 pip profit objective. I think we did well on this trade. Now, why did I share the bigger picture with you? The bigger picture tells us that the move, whatever move the news tends to do, is not sustained by price action the following day. So what are the kind of trades you do for such kind of trade setups? You do reversal trade setups. And what is this? This is nothing else but a reversal trade setup. Some people ask me, why did I choose 21 SMA? Because that's what historically has shown to be more accurate. But let's say if I change this to maybe a 55 SMA, the entries and exits would be different, but I would get the absolute same result. Instead of going short from here, I would go short from here. And we get short from here, and we'd be able to make a 20 pip gain. So the entire idea of the 21 SMA or a 55 SMA is that we are trading a reversal of the initial knee-jerk reaction. I hope you enjoyed today's trade, and message me if you like to listen to these trade plans. Click on like on the video if you like the trade plans, and we'll take it up from there. Thank you for your time, and hope you have a pip-filled day. Bye for now.